You are the resistance.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This is a struggle for the survival.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And this will be our last chance to say.
Trying to free your mind. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
At last.
No judge in U.S. history has ever told somebody what they can and can't say.
The whole purpose of the First Amendment is to keep the government the hell out of the business of speech.
Many of us had to be brought to the brink. A lot of us here have calling.
I can only show you the door.
To awaken others.
You're the one that has to walk through it.
Spreading a message.
Something's happening, right?
The world is changing every day.
Civilization is weird.
Time is coming.
That
The train can't be stopped. And it's already here.
If you are receiving this transmission, ladies and gentlemen, you are the resistance. tuning into the True Perspective
This
on
is your last
Spotify,
chance. After
Apple,
this, there is no
iHeartRadio, YouTube,
You
and
take the
Rumble.
blue pill.
Find it on X,
The story
true,
ends.
true_warface.
You wake up in your bed
On
and
X
believe
and
whatever you
Instagram.
want to believe. You
The
take
true,
the red pill.
the True
You stay in Wonderland.
Perspective on TikTok.
And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This is a struggle for the survival.
Remember, all
60
I'm offering
seconds.
is the truth, nothing more.
And this will be our last chance to say.
Trying to free your mind. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
At last.
No judge in U.S. history has ever told somebody what they can and can't say.
The whole purpose of the First Amendment is to keep the government the hell out of the business of speech.
Many of us had to be brought to the brink. A lot of us here have calling.
I can only show you the door.
To awaken others.
You're the one that has to walk through it.
Spreading a message.
Something's happening, right?
The world is changing every day.
Civilization is weird.
Time is coming.
That
The train can't be stopped. And it's already here.
Steve Grant. I just sent you the request on mute. My bad.
Yo, what's good?
Everything's good. Everybody that's tuned into the True Perspective on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Rumble. Unfortunately, right now, I'm trying to figure out the Rumble link. For some reason, it's not up, but everywhere else, it looks like it's up on YouTube. I'm just checking all the channels real quick. Excuse me. And we got special guest tonight, Steve Grant. Long time coming.
It's an honor, my man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, super long time.
Yeah, that's up. That's up. All right, perfect. I'm just checking all the live feeds. Everything
Yeah, no, do your
should be
thing.
up.
Do your thing, man.
Everything should be up. Facebook's up on both the personal page and on the True Perspective page on the True Perspective. It's on YouTube right now, and it should be live on X. I'm trying to verify that right now. New platform, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. It's been a couple tries doing these different platforms.
Never just pick one.
I know. Well, listen, I was on. Like I said, when we were talking before, I was using StreamYard. StreamYard seems to be, I don't know. I mean, not for nothing. It's the best one, but it's their price tag is just super high. In order to do what I want it to do. So right now, we'll work through it. Yeah, unfortunately, the Rumble stream's down. I'm not sure why.
Damn. So how many platforms are you hitting right now? What, YouTube, Spotify? What?
Yeah. So there's two right now on.
Audio.
Yeah, there's video and audio. There's two right now is on Facebook. It's on my personal page, and then it's on the True Perspective page, and then YouTube. And I was trying to also broadcast it over to Rumble, but I don't know. It just, for whatever reason, that's the first time ever that's happened to me with Rumble, but it might be just something on my end with the platform. It's all good. So everybody that is tuning in, tune into the Facebook side or X or YouTube. You can go to youtube.com / at the True Perspective, at the TRU Perspective. and you can tune in there. I'd recommend you getting Rumble and all that, but I don't know. Right now the damn link is down. It says that I am live on X. So anyway, Steve, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate your time and coming on here. I know that we've been talking for the past couple of days to get you on the podcast. I saw that post on Facebook not too long ago when you was like, "Yo," and like you just left it like that, and I was like, "Oh, he's still out there, man." And like
just,
you know,
I was just letting the ether understand that my existence still
yeah,
permeates, bro.
yeah. I thought that was cool. I was like, "Oh, he's still alive," and then that's what made me like, "Oh, I gotta hit him up, man," because I've been wanting to. Well, first of all, like going back a little ways, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I want to introduce you a little bit too here, but before I do, I had come across you. Well, let me introduce this first because then we can jump into that. How I know you, how I've come across you. I think it was like the whole I want to say the Million Mask thing, the Anonymous. I know Anonymous was starting to pop off, or the Guy Fawkes mask stuff was starting to pop off, and I know that associated, I guess, with Anonymous. You could correct me if I'm wrong on that, but
right. No, you and a large group got familiar with me with that explosion from that.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Like they actually, you actually was becoming the or became like the musical voice for that engine that was really starting to grow, and then Anonymous was also doing its own like conspiracy exposure. I use the word conspiracy very loosely here, ladies and gentlemen. I know that's a dirty word, but
you have to, because it's even and also even Anonymous, from what it used to be, what it was known for, to what it is now, to what it is, and not to mention, there's this gray area where anybody can put on that mask and do whatever they want and claim they're anonymous and whatever. But that's why when you're deeper in that shit, it's not about the mask, it's about the idea, and it's not about the mask. But that is definitely where my launching into the social climate and the music world was literally like infused with Anonymous. So yeah.
No, yeah. We could dive into that a little bit if you want to talk about that, like how things kind of how things kind of changed for Anonymous over the years. But that's how I ended up coming across you. I actually think a good friend of mine, Joa Hart, I don't know if you're familiar with that name, but he actually put me on to your music, and I came across it, and I was like, yo, this guy's dope. And like, who's this Steve Grant guy wearing the Guy Fawkes mask? You know what I'm saying? Going around and on the streets, just talking, really exposing the truth and all that stuff, and like actually performing hip hop the way that it's supposed to be performed, rather than with the stuff that we've been hearing on radios, and even some of the artists that I've followed for many years, even on the underground, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of away from certain things. And you're saying things that it's like 2020, when 2020 was coming around, 2021, somewhere around that area, you get immediately canceled for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
exactly.
I think in long form, what I'm saying is I appreciated to have to know you, and also to actually have been on a track with you, and to see that an artist that's actually a person, not even just an artist, but a human being, a man, wanting to take that initiative and that courage to say things that would otherwise deem you this so-called conspiracy theorist or an outcast of society. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really important.
I salute you as well, bro. Because I appreciate everything you just said. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And once you connected with me, and once I saw what your world was looking like, when I just and I was like, oh yeah, of course I fuck with this. So like,
no, I appreciate that too.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting and fascinating just to see like where it started and where we're at now.
No, that's another thing too that I do appreciate. Like when I reached out to you, it's like, yo, would you get on this track? You was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get on that track, bro. Like I don't remember word for word, I'm paraphrasing everything, but like you didn't give any, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even give any pushback. Like I think you felt the stuff that I was coming from, and it just meshed well. You know what I'm saying? And
No, 100%. And then you had mad motherfuckers on there, and I was like, oh, this is a whole fucking
yeah,
squad of shit going on.
the original plan was to not do that, but because shout outs to my boy JD from out in England. That's I mean, I probably known him for a good 15 years. We've never met in person, but he's on there, and I'm forgetting the other name here. Forgive me, but I wanted to get I think what I was trying to do was to connect all of the artists that I thought that were on that same wavelength. And because like you're on some records with I want to say his name's Diesel. He still goes by that, right?
Diesel, yeah. Diesel
So
Automatic.
that's actually how I found out about him, was through you, was following you. So I figured, I had in my mind anyway, that if I connect all these artists together that have their own pocket of following, their own pocket of their own style of putting out the actual truth, like these were real,
Well, that's what was dope about that track, is that you had they were all from different parts of the world, and just it was like shared views, but different perspectives, but still so yeah, bro. And that's why on that journey I was always fucking with people that were on that underground underdog nature, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that was in the trenches, but again, that climate has changed now. So
yeah, it has.
Back then you were actually speaking truth. Now you immediately are lumped in with right wing or conspiracy, or there's like a whole plethora of new labels now to be used, which has been in the playing cards for a long time. So I mean, not to digress here, but that's why, like, when the censorship kicked in and got really extreme on the censorship, and everybody was like, including me, my videos, like 5 of my videos were taken down. Concentration camp, Dr. Death was taken down. The leak was taken down. But I wasn't upset or in shock. I was like, oh yeah, it's about time. Like, of course. Like, I wasn't like, damn, they took down my, oh, they banned my account.
You expected it, yeah.
Like, of course, like, you're using a Zionist-owned phone on a Zionist-owned platform, using Zionist-owned media, Zionist technology. Like, the fuck out of here, bro. You don't think they're gonna? You're fucking, like, come on, bro. Like, so it's now the game has changed a lot in the revolutionary, truth-seeking, conspiratorial realm, if you will. I think I mentioned to you before in one of our phone calls, when I released Diet Woke. That was me kind of saying, like, I don't really fuck with or agree with where the climate is going right now, and where everyone's being taken, they're being fucking still being deceived. I thought everybody was catching on, waking up, seeing the truth, doing the work, researching, actually putting in studying, fucking. But no, everyone got caught and lost in the sauce, and still got the rope-a-dope done on them. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's why I dropped that track, and actually was not planning to do more tracks. Not like I'm saying I'm quitting music, but I just wasn't playing. I was like, nah, I'm gonna let this, because I wasn't fucking with what was there anymore. And where I started from, the OG Anonymous, and where the philosophy comes from, and some of these, what would you call them? Just because Anonymous was online first. Everybody was just online. And then it became the street activism shit. And then, I came in there as the faction of the music influence. Then there was, other different parts of the hive of the Anonymous collective had different ops and different operations and whatnot. But over the years, I mean, bro, once I saw even Anonymous, once I saw when Anonymous was on, like, well, it was on a talk show. I don't remember which talk show it was. It was I want to say Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon or some shit.
Oh, like they were being mentioned or something like that, or
like someone in the crowd in one of the skits.
Oh, got it.
Someone in the crowd was wearing a like looking like a Guy Fawkes Anonymous hacker.
Okay.
And they were playing, and once I saw that clip, I was like, oh, they've already taken Anonymous, and they've already put it into the mainstream media. So now
politicized it, yeah.
So the sheeples first view and first version of Anonymous is going to be through the Jimmy Fallon skit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to know where it even came from and where its true roots are. Like honestly, like most groups in the world that get misunderstood, and if if you're looking on it from the outside and you're not on the inside, you're really not going to understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like musically speaking, that's when I dropped Diet Woke like that. I knew the climate. The social climate changed very different. It wasn't the same when it was 2012, 13, 14, 15. Very different.
No,
Very
you're 100% correct on that. Definitely, it's like night and day from that era.
Yeah.
And it's so weird to say that from that era, because that, like, I mean, I want to say we're still in the era of truth, but it's such a vast difference from 2012. I'm just, I'm pressing down on what you were saying there, because like everything that you're seeing now is more now it's more gimmicky to be that way. It's like, and I'm not saying like there's no truth that like I can mention some artists I want to say, but I don't want to do it.
No, I get you.
Because you say one in Multiverse, and I'm like, yo,
I say the Multiverse.
Yeah, you say you mention a specific artist in Multiverse, and I'm like, all right, like I can understand where that's coming from, because I think to some degree that particular artist.
Oh, Tom McDonald.
Yeah, I can see to some degree he can be I want to say gimmickry, but
well, here's the thing. You know what? Let me just so I guess since it's live and I'm online, I'll clear that up, because I think that got taken. That wasn't
out of
really
context.
That wasn't really a straight. That wasn't like a.
I don't think you were dissing him. You were dissing him.
He was somewhat catching a grazed stray, whatever. But I was actually that was a kind of a diss to the people. Not really a diss, but it was me drawing the line of the separation. I'm not in the same category.
I totally get that right there. That's where I was going with it. Yeah.
And people are confused because they're new to this shit, and I don't even knock them for it. I'm not bothered by it or nothing.
Yeah.
But you will not hear Tom McDonald expose Zionism. It's just not. That's one of the that's one of the like, what do you call it?
It's like the no thing to do.
If you're exposing Zionism and you're completely fearless and you understand real truth and you're out there and you're not giving a fuck about what the kickback is and who's going to judge you and you're going to get yelled at and who's this and that, you're protecting your image or worried about numbers and this and that. Like, so those that are out there that get banned, get ostracized, bro, David Icke is banned from fucking countries, bro.
I know.
David Icke is not out here holding a pistol, standing on his porch saying, "Come take my rights." You know what I'm saying? David Icke, he's bro. So it just shows that his mouth is more dangerous than any fucking bombs, missiles, guns, bullets, and whatnot. Him and many others. You, me, anyone that's in this minority. It's a minority now. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've come to some harsh realities, bro. I will say this, since it's just coming to me now since we're talking about it. Like, bro, like there's some like I've shifted into a place of like harsh acceptance on certain things. I've just owned the fact that certain things aren't going away. Not only are they not going away, on a deeper level, I don't need to stress them because it's actually a part of this corrupt ecosystem that we still use.
Yeah.
As corrupt and as fucked up as it is, we're born into it and it works. We need it. We're using the phone right now.
We're using it right now. Yeah,
I'm wearing clothes from like all of it. It's not unavoidable. So, and then what? I'm just going to sit back and let the controllers use all their things against me, and I'm not going to use the same weapons against them to live a free life and do get the fuck out of here. Of course, I'm going to tap in. I'm going to be a hybrid. I'm going to have one foot in the matrix and one out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, there is no matrix. You're the matrix, and you just fucking activate your daily fucking like conscious, mindful, thought out, authentic, true self. And find your path and fucking connect and do the work and fucking spend all the damn time it takes annoying as fuck to do all the work, but that's your journey. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and everybody's obviously different. But I mean, bro, like when it comes back to I'm circling back now. I'm kind of going all over the place, but back to the
No, that's
multiverse.
fine. That's fine, man. You got the floor.
Okay, word. So back to the multiverse shit. Now I dropped multiverse I think in 2021, I believe, and there's references about occurrences that are going on today, particularly about Zionist and Talmudic censorship at the highest level.
Yep.
And again, that line about mentioning Tom McDonald, I respect Tom McDonald as him as an artist, and him moving independently and tapping into the social media and the way he sells his merch and shit. Like I'll check him out here and there. Like I got, I salute him. I respect for where he's at, but I just know what lane he's in. I'm in a very, very, very different lane. Very, very different. He's more just in it for the music. I'm a true, authentic truth seeker who happens to also do music. Like the path is first.
Yeah.
The music just happens to be one of my awesome talents and tools that I get to fuck with and spread the message. But I'll be real with you. I've had deeper conversations and more people activate right in front of me when I have one-on-one personals discussions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I could imagine.
Yeah. And I connect with a lot of young kids too. I end up talking to a lot of like young kids that are like 18, 19. And I'm able to like kind of like get in their world and connect with them. And they start to question shit that they were definitely not questioning before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't get to run into a Steve Grant every day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, right.
But no, it's a beautiful thing when you learn that as much as there's all this fuckery and all this darkness, like it's not going away. And if you accept it, then you remove any of its power or effect on you. You're literally no longer in the victim mentality. You're not under the threat of it. You're not worried about it. It's no different. It just becomes no different than being in the jungle and being aware of poison ivy or a fucking dangerous bee or some shit. Like you're just, what, do you really hate it? You can't really hate it. You're just aware of it. Or like walking across the street, you know you're not going to get hit by a van because you're looking both ways. You know what I'm saying? You're just aware of what the danger. You don't hate the van. You know what I mean? Like so. I just think that perspective kind of comes with a lot of, again, maturity and doing the work, being on the path. And like I said before, like I've shifted a lot of my perspective lately. Not shifted like I'm now different and opposite. Like I still believe everything I've already been on since day one. None of that shit has changed. But how I move now, and when I say move, I don't necessarily mean physically. How I mentally move through this shit is, I would say I'm like at a very strong like mastery level, and still learning, still growing, but like I'm solid right now. Like I am
for sure. Like the experience. I mean, really, that's when you're, because I'm gonna start trying to circle back and head into some of the stuff that we've been talking about, because I do want to press on what Zionism means for anybody that's out there that doesn't really know what that means. But before we do that, it's when you start have you ever come across, oh man, what's it called? It was on YouTube. It was like a secondary, like mind-blowing experience of like truth and information and stuff like that. I mean, 9/11 was my awakening, like my absolute, probably true awakening. My grandfather, God bless his soul, he instilled a lot of knowledge into me, like about the JFK assassination, MLK, Malcolm X, the World War II, and Hitler and all of that stuff, and how America got involved in the war. So he was like a walking
historian,
like a historian. You know what I'm saying? Like he just had massive knowledge, and that's what woke me up to it. So that was like probably my precursor, my grandfather. But 9/11 was like, I was like 16-ish years old. I'm showing my age now. When 2001 had happened.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 39. I'm 39.
All right, you're chilling. Okay.
Yeah, chilling, man. Right? Yeah. My 40th is coming up in December the 27th. Shout outs to me on that day for anybody out there. I'm knocking 40 doors, 40 years old door down. But anyway, yeah, 9/11 was like my awakening. So like when you gravitate from all of that experience and all of that stuff, you start seeing the symbolism and the signs, and like for instance, like Disney, just to put Disney out there on the is that they would, well, first of all, Walt Disney was a pervert, but also how they would draw cartoons and stuff like that would like be these sexually explicit images and then form the character around it. I don't know if it's specifically like any character that I can think of specifically.
Oh,
I want to say it's Mickey
most
Mouse.
of them. Most of
Yeah,
them.
most of them.
Even
Yeah.
just the notion of Donald Duck not having pants and just
Yes.
little
Yeah.
boy
Yeah.
butts
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And Walt Disney's brother too was
Pinocchio's
also Pinocchio, of course.
Pinocchio's a crazy one.
I mean that is constant. Yeah, no, Disney. Well,
Pleasure Island.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
That's my bad. I didn't mean to cut you up, but like what I was drawn from is like that experience when you start seeing the symbolism. Like it's not just what we're seeing on the TV, like the newscasters and the people,
right, so,
like all the surface stuff. It's embedded, like code. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's weird.
Because the subconscious is picking up everything.
Yeah.
And your consciousness is only picking up like I think like a few hundred things, and the subconscious is picking up like hundreds and thousands, maybe millions. Who the fuck, you know? What I'm saying? Like, almost like endless. So like, you know, they know that. So you know, you mentioned Disney, right? So here's something interesting that has to do with multiverse, is that like Disney. Now you fast forward Disney today, the same dudes that are putting in shit. It's the same. It's just the further in the agenda now. So like Disney, like so I watched the Marvel shit right now. Again, back to what we were saying. I know Disney is one of the fucking main fucking puppeteers of this fucking corrupt occult Zionist fucking satanic dark Luciferian Talmudic fucking beast that's gonna create shit and whatever, right? So I am not surprised or in shock when they ruin a character or they bring in some like LGB thing where it's like unnecessary, or they make it like hyperfeminism, or they emasculate the dude, or they make him or whatever, whichever the agenda is being, you know, it's Disney. Of course it's going to be ushered in, you know? So like, I'm not like, damn, can you believe they ruined, you know, this Spider-Man with blah, 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 blah. Like, no, of course they ruined Spider-Man. Like, of course. I was, again, back to what I was saying. It was just a matter of time. Like once, because we the people, we create things organically. And then when it gets big enough, they come in and they take it and give the twisted version of it and bring that to the masses. And the masses see this version now. So when an original person that brings the organic version, they don't believe it. They don't believe because they got this twisted version first. And you know, this is the game that's always been been playing with like the law of reversal. But the multiverse shit I was going to tell you, right? So like when I went to release multiverse on YouTube, I was noticing that my name, Steve Grant, got knocked the fuck out of the algorithm like crazy by Disney and Marvel because, bro, Captain America's real name is Steve Grant Rogers. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, his middle name.
I forgot Grant. About
that, bro. His middle name is.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, ready? I'm gonna hit you with some more shit. Ready?
That's crazy.
So when the Infinity War and Endgame was coming around, the internet was just loaded with clips of just people, you know, like uploading shit about what they thought about the movie or what they where they think the theories are going to go and who's going to introduce what character and blah 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 blah. So then the Doctor Strange multiverse, the multiverse of madness. So his name is Dr. Stephen Strange. So then at the same time that the multiverse was coming out, I think within a month, Moon Knight got released, right? And Moon Knight, one of his aliases is Stephen Grant. Okay,
That's
I'm
crazy.
kidding you not here, right?
Yo, that's fucking.
So follow me. So
I'm following. That's
so when
wild.
it comes to the keyword and word search, whatever, you type in Steve Grant, it's Captain America stuff, Doctor Stephen Strange, Moon Knight,
Mm,
multiverse, this and that, da da da. So I was like, oh, can I hijack my shit back by you doing Steve Grant multiverse?
right.
And sure enough, that's one of the reasons why I labeled it. I called the song that. And sure enough,
Multiverse.
it did. I got back most of my traction back from there when I did that. But it was crazy that Disney had flooded my shit out with my name, bro. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's fun. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny, man. I mean, not funny. Like
Right, right,
it's
right,
just
right, right. But
it's
still,
just like yeah. That sounds like typically that's what they would do. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? That's just part of their pettiness. Um, before we go into that, I wanted to actually have you like kind of form the introduction to have anybody that's on here that may not know you or know about you. You should know about this dude, but like what where you from, like where'd you grow up at, how did you get into music, and what made you what was your awakening moment, like what caused that, what was
So originally from Hollywood, South Florida,
oh no shit,
born and
okay.
raised. When I was young, um, got into hip hop.
Hmm.
Um, got really obsessed with Wu Tang.
Nice. I was gonna wear my Wu-Tang shirt today too.
Oh, that would have been solid. That would have
That
been
would have
fun.
been solid.
So I got really into Wu Tang. Method Man and
Nice.
Inspector Deck were my two first original influences
Hell yeah.
on me. So probably more Method Man than anything.
Nice.
And this was back in like 93, 94. And there was other shit out, there was other rap shit out, but nothing was captivating me like Wu-Tang because they were using shit. They were rapping about shit. I had no fucking idea what the fuck they were talking about. I
Mm-hmm.
knew they were using English words and things, but I'm like, they're describing shit. And they also were they would touch on like comic book references. So I was
Mm-hmm.
really like, yo, who are these motherfuckers? So
Yeah, hell yeah.
just and their whole vibe was just dope, and just the way they out like there was like 8 or 9 of them at one point. Well, there
Mm-hmm.
was 8, but then there became 9, and they were certain samples would be offbeat. These guys would jump and rap. There was no structured chorus and verses. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't 16 bar, 4 bar. It was just, oh, he just happens to have 30 bars, and this guy's jumping in with only 8, and then he's jumping in with
Yeah.
20, and then this dude that already was rap, he's coming back for another 6, and then he's coming like randomly, and and your brain is just getting smashed with just lyrics all over the place. So that shit started really getting. So then of course you start rapping their lyrics, and then I
Mm-hmm.
realized I was like, oh shit, I could do shit. And then, you know, in high school, when it started getting around like 96, 97, um, and what was it? 98, 96, 97, 98. So, but 97 was when we took boom boxes, and I had a regular speaker boombox, an old school that played cassette tapes.
Yep.
Had 3 little holes in it.
Yo,
And
these young dudes don't know nothing about that.
but I'm
It's
talking about
crazy.
ancient technology.
Yeah,
They
man.
never understood.
That's when hip hop was hip hop. My bad. Sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
good. So,
ADHD moment.
so I had one speaker box, and then I
Mm-hmm.
had another speaker box. Literally, I would just have them front to back with each other, just touching each other. And I would order purple mixtapes from New
Mm-hmm.
York. There was this clothing store that I would go into, and it was called Sportswear Unlimited, and it's gone. It's never coming back. And you would
Mm-hmm.
go in there and you would ask the dude for uh, like a mixtape, like a ordering. You can order mixtapes, you can order instrumentals, or you can order purple mixtapes from New York that artists were dropping and shit. So I was
Mm-hmm.
getting instrumentals, and not to mention, you know, started tapping into the Napster when Napster
Yeah.
was his thing, and then there was another one, LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yep.
Bro,
Bro.
all these. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was getting instrumentals from everywhere and anywhere, and just so I would, sure enough, I would take the instrumental tape, put it in the one player, take a blank tape, put it in the other one. Yeah, That's right.
Yo, yep,
Press play, record,
yep.
and play on the thing, and lean forward and rap my shit over the thing like that. And that's what I
Hell
was
yeah.
making. I was making tapes like that. Okay, and I still got my original one. All right, it's old school as
Nice,
fuck.
nice.
So, but then from there, my lyrical influence started getting really just deeper because Big Pun
Mm,
was fucking lyrically
phenomenal.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh my god, bro.
Way ahead of his time too, lyrically.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And his rhyme schemes and the patterns, the way he would like his word, like, bro, there's a song where he's like, I think it's called, what's it called? It's called The Heist. I think it's called The Heist or Fast Money. Something, but basically he's rapping about a heist. How
Hmm.
he's breaking in, stealing jewelry and whatever, and running from the cop, or I mean, yeah, whatever, running from the cops and having to
Yep.
shoot. But he says some shit. He's like, their security systems, linear laser protection. No sweat. I brought the miniature mirrors to reflect them. But the
Mm.
way he says it is like, their security systems, linear laser protection. No sweat. I brought
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
bro. Your brain is just being rattled by this tonguey fucking thing. So like,
He
and
had
back
such an
then,
amazing cadence. He had amazing cadence.
crazy. And then
Yep.
you get into Tech Nine. Tech Nine was fucking ridiculous. So like,
Yeah.
and these are like top tier lyricists that I have as my influence. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like, KRS-One is good with the gems and,
Hmm.
and the knowledge and the truth
Hmm.
and the culture and the hip hop vibe. But to me, he wasn't like wordy lyrical type shit, where you're just, I like the syllable stacking. I like
Yeah, yep, yep.
lyrical, that's just me. So so then, like, bro, when I just started getting influenced by, you know, and then Royce 5'9",
Oh yeah. Yep.
these are like lyrical heavyweights. So do you remember on Napster back in the day, an artist called Benefit?
Yes.
You remember
Yeah,
Benefit,
I
bro?
do. I remember Benefit. Uh,
Yo, shout out to him. I don't know where he's at now in the
I
world,
don't
bro.
either, man.
Shout out to him, bro. Benefit was killing shit on the Napster, bro, on the Napster scene, bro. I was learning from him, just like, bro, just like learning and listening and getting influence from everybody, from all these like crazy lyricists.
Yeah, there was like Benefit. I remember an artist by Benefit, and there was like Evil E. There was oh, man,
There was
Supernat. You ever heard of Supernat?
Supernat,
Yeah, Supernat was
yep.
dope. I thought his freestyles, when I would listen to his freestyle, like I had to when the limited research that you had back then, but I was looking up this guy, or I came across him. I think it was Napster or LimeWire. It was one of the two. And then I would I think, man, I don't even know if YouTube was around. I don't even know how we were able to access video. There were some areas
Yeah,
where you would
YouTube
access
wasn't, nah,
video.
YouTube didn't come
I
around
don't
till
even think
like,
so. No.
like oh 03, I want to say 03-ish, maybe.
Yeah. I think I remember like later on when YouTube started coming into the scene, I would actually look up Supernat. But I think LimeWire also, you could download video too, right? I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah.
So I think it was like one of the things I came across a video on him, and I was like, yo, this guy, and then saying like in the comments or whatever, the description or whatever, like this is all freestyle. It's not written. And he's just like, he's making a whole song entirely freestyle. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Bro.
Like, how do you, like, I'm trying to figure out in my head, like, how the hell do you do that? That's actually what inspired me more to be more proficient in like just being able to say things without stuttering or whatever like that. I'm not as good as I used to be, but as far as freestyling goes, but it's been a while since I actually
Yeah, no,
freestyle.
but
So I'm
that's
probably
why
cutting myself short.
that era, that form, that part of hip hop and that type of rap was just more for the it was more for the brainy folk, for the thinkers.
Yeah, yeah,
There was
yeah.
more to be told. There was more of like an entire arc. They had their own lore. Each artist had their own lore back there. Back then, it was different. You know, um, Now it's oversaturated. Anybody could grab their phone, spit some shit, upload it, put a fucking filter on it and a reverb and blah blah, and get streams. And guess what? More power to them. Honestly, it is what it is. That's just where it's at right now.
Yeah.
But again, but it's not going to be. Again, for people that are of more quality of the craft. Because don't get. I mean, there's plenty of people that hate the the lyrical miracle shit. They hate it. They fucking
Mhm.
can't stand it, you know. And I get it. I don't blame him. You know, everyone
There's
has a
some
different pitch to their
there's
ear.
some people that older friends that I have on my timeline that are still like, I don't want to. They can only take so much of the lyrical miracle stuff. I'm like, man, these days are different, bro. Like, you need to really hear some truth now, because
Yeah,
ain't nothing that you're hearing on the radio, and nothing that you're
right.
hearing in anybody else is that you're not going to get, the substance.
It's bro. That's why once you're plugged in, and you know
Yeah,
where to go and what to listen to. You know, so
for
it's, you
sure.
know, and it's been cool. You know, I'm still a fan. I'm still a
Oh yeah.
student. I'm still a,
Oh
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so,
Yep.
um, yeah. So after all that, bro, and anytime I was rapping and doing shit and making lyrics, it was always like lyrical, philosophical, deep shit, or, you know, explosive shit, or
Mm,
monsterish horrorcore type shit,
mm,
or movie comic book type shit, or whatever. It wasn't truth oriented message conveying.
mhm.
I didn't switch to that till around 2010. So I had a whole phase of me. That was when I was asleep as fuck, didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
but I was still sharp with my lyrics. I was still good at the craft. I was still right, you know. So, but I've been spitting since 1996, bro.
Nice, man.
That's like whatever that, you know. It's almost 20 years, or yeah. Oh shit, 30 years. No, yeah, 20 years. Oh shit, 30 years. No, 20 years.
20 years. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That, for me too. Like, I had a phase where it was like, I wasn't really talking about anything relevant of the time. But every now and then I would throw some gems in there every now and then. But
yeah.
because of the climate that I was in, um, I always had a diverse group around me. You know what I'm saying? We were, we had a pretty large, you know, presence, basically. Like, presence, as I mean, like, it was just a bunch of us. It was black, white, Spanish, all of us together doing, making music together and whatever. And I would do like my solo projects, but I had like I would say, like, I had like this gangster phase, you know what I'm saying? and
Of course,
and
we all kind of, yeah, 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 yeah.
talk about some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, I would start paying attention to a lot of things that was like, this. I would just start paying attention to the world. Like, I feel like I was very conflicted when I first started making music. Not when I first started making music, because I went from like a poetic, and then it transformed into this, like, okay, I gotta try and get onto this bandwagon, I guess, because everybody else, you got No Limit out there. You had, you
You say
had,
no limit? You just say no
yeah, yeah,
limit?
yeah. And I wasn't a fan of No Limit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really I never been a fan of No Limit. I actually don't.
Yo.
I never followed
But
anything
you
that they
know what?
did.
Hey, okay, real quick, since you just said that, I respect, no, I respect Master P's hustle and what he did with
Oh
all those
yeah, I do.
artists.
Yeah,
That
I
was
do.
smart.
Yeah.
That was smart. But I will say this, bro. The worst rapper ever in history. Silk the
Of
Shocker. Silk the Shocker. No, not Master P. Not Master P. Not Master P.
Yeah, I
Silk the
agree with
Shocker.
that. I agree with that.
Who
Mm,
the fuck was in the engineering room that was allowing his ad libs to be cluttered over his shit like that?
I don't
I
know,
was
man.
like, oh my God. All right, that was all I had to say. Go ahead, bro.
No, I 100% agree with you. I was never a fan of any of them. Actually, the one that was, that I kind of liked was, I think it was No Limit. I think he went by Magic.
Magic.
Magic. He was
He
dope as
was
hell.
one of the better artists. Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
had a dope cadence. I just loved his cadence. But yeah, everybody else, and Mystical just screamed his ass off. Was he part of No Limit?
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. He ended
Mystical?
up, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he
He was
was.
no
Yeah, yeah.
limit, and you know, it's
Anyway.
no, it's cool, it's cool. I mean, different. I'll tell you what. Also, when I was growing up, when the OG original 3 6 Mafia shit
Oh man, yo.
fucking was
Bad.
hard,
Yeah, yeah. 3 6 Mafia was my shit,
hard.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Hypnotized Camp Posse, Fraser Boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like even Lil White. Lil
Yeah,
White
Lil
was
White. Oh
murking
man.
shit,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That whole set. Yeah, bro. So like,
Damn, that brought it back for me right now.
bro, I'm telling you, that's
That
like
brought it back.
the musical influences I've had. I'm super grateful for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the new school shit. It's just new school. I don't even like really. It's not that I don't dislike it or love it. It's just it's just new.
You
It's
you
just
grew, yeah,
newish.
you just grew out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Like I
what, like,
can No, actually, you said it. I grew out of
Yeah,
it. I grew out of it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Now, don't get
yeah.
it twisted. I will say this.
Mm.
When I want to fucking lose my mind and listen to some hard ass fucking ratchet, fucking gritty murder, kill shit,
Right.
bro, I have been fucking listening to fucking Booter B, bro, from the UK, bro. I don't know if
Buddha
you heard of this
B.
guy.
I don't know if I
Booter B.
have.
This
Buddha
dude
B.
fucking snaps, bro. It, like I remember when the COVID shit came off, when the COVID shit happened, like I stumbled across like some of the UK drill rappers.
Oh, okay. Yep, yep.
They started, because the COVID shit was going on, so everybody was wearing masks and
Yeah.
gloves. So they kind of capitalized on that
Yeah,
and
they
was
did.
able,
Yeah.
because they really started incriminating themselves and really revealing, lyrics that, talking about specific scenes on murders and names and,
Yep.
locations and shit like that. So they would cover themselves up. I came across this one dude, Two-Face Chef, who raps with a fucking um what's it called? It's like a voice modulator, but like when they interview an anonymous FBI agent and he's all silhouette
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he's
And they have
talking in the voice and the blah, blah, blah. Okay, he raps
all
in
right.
that, bro. He's rapping
That's
in that,
crazy.
like
Two.
ridiculous, bro.
What's his name?
Ridiculous.
Two-Face Chef.
Two-Face Chef,
Two-Face
CHEF.
Chef.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write it down.
yeah.
And then the
And
other
then
the other guy's what? Booter B.
Booter B, bro. That
Booter
guy,
B.
listen, young dude, bro. But I don't know what it is. He's like Kurdish, Palestinian,
Okay.
British, bro.
Okay.
He's absolutely nuts, bro. It's
I'll
like,
check it out.
yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
you know, I could sit here and say like I understand the music industry's control to glorify violence, to portray sexual shit and
Mm,
inflate the ego and exasperate like hyper extreme masculinity to like
mm,
like I don't know like evil alpha men to turn into these
mm.
extreme um,
Monsters, basically. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I know how to tap into it through my shadow self and not let it run my life. I know how to like experience it for what it is and not identify with it. And
Right.
that's an important trait to have when you get into this mess that people get caught up in when they get, because bro, we're at the phase where like people are really like lost in it's media. It's like media addicts, news media
Mm.
addicts. You don't need to know what's going on in the news every day. And now that we have
Damn,
our
that's such a good
news
thing to
our
say.
news feed,
Say that again. You
we
don't
don't
have.
need we don't need to know what's going on in the news every single day.
Mhm.
We've become accustomed and addicted to having to even to see a motherfucker in a suit and tie with fucking the news banner thing below it. Like we've seen trillions of those constantly in different
Mhm.
segments from different news state. Any and every and all news media content is fucking up everybody's shit. We don't need to be hyper addicted to it anymore. If you know the game and you're a real truth seeker and you do the research, and I you know what that even saying that doing the research has been so abused and watered
Mm.
down. Because I'll be real with you. Take the word research. You're supposed to go and search, collect and gain everything. And after you've searched everything, now that you've done and searched everything and you've absorbed all that, research, search again, search
Mm.
more. It's constant. It's not fucking go on Google and ask the new Google AI what you think about fucking I don't know, fucking vaccines or the fucking moon landing or fucking Bigfoot or whatever dumb shit is fucking happening, bro. Like,
Mm.
so all news has got people addicted to wanting to know what is the next negative thing that's happening. They don't realize it. They think that they're being informed. They think that they're learning what's going on in the world today.
Yep.
If you're the only people that need to like, okay, if you're not being bombed, bro, then you're in the gold.
Mm.
You only need to really worry about
That's a
your,
good point.
your immediate surrounding and who you influence and who do you affect. And when you leave them, did you just leave them better or worse, or did they stay the same?
Mhm.
So it's not about. That's the other thing is that they've weaponized truth so much that a lot of the new people coming in and a lot of the younger folk are getting a very over exaggerated version of the truth. And, there's one original conspiracy at the bottom. Then you have all these conspiracy theories floating on top, which some of them dip into the original conspiracy. But
Right.
if you need to know just the original conspiracy, all this shit is just for conversation's sake. It's, it, I mean, we could sit here and talk about aliens, whether they've been here, whether they're, but we're not going to. There's no application at the end of that conversation. It'll be interesting. It'll be fascinating. It'll be informative. It'll be fun. Maybe it'll be intriguing. It could be a bunch of everything else. But the application for your day-to-day actual life is not really there. And I feel like the obsession over the news media and Trump, and I think you were going to ask me about the Epstein shit, right?
Yeah.
Or something, right?
Yeah. What I wanted to see, because I think we talked briefly on it when we were talking on the phone, about like kind of like what's going on, but we didn't get too far in depth in it. But I did say like, hey, what do you think of all this that's going on? Because, and especially now that I don't know how closely you've been following it. I follow it now just because I've made comments on it. I've made reels about it. I've got a strong opinion about it. For a long time, I've been very suspicious about Trump, and I say that to the people who kind of look at things at the surface. I've always been suspicious of government. I've not once ever trusted government. I never once ever would say like, "Hey, yeah, you got to vote for this guy because that's the right guy." I would say this. I would say like on the surface, Trump is the better candidate over Biden when they were having whatever when they were having the election, or the better candidate over Hillary during that time on the surface. And I say specifically on the surface because he's the first one he's supposedly the first one, at least in political office, that's mentioned this so-called term deep state. When you go back into the truther movement, we've already known about the deep state, and I don't even think we really referred to it as a deep state. We referred to him as the Luciferian, Freemasons, Jesuits, and
here's the
the
thing.
Illuminati, and all
He
this.
started using lingo that came from truth circles.
Yep.
Now, if you notice, back in the day, trolling came from anonymous.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
trolling is used in movies.
Yep.
Okay. And woke used to mean that,
and Russian, Israeli, American chatbots.
And that, yes.
Yep. Now it is. Now AI is actually taking over.
Woke at one point used to mean that you were awakened to a lot of the mind control and a lot of the corruption, and you were in some very dark research, and you were deep on the path, not just some regular, what's on my news feed today, and that's all I know, because that's where everybody's at right now. They're on their news feed, and they're only knowing about the media that's coming to them, that's designed to come to them. They're not going out of their own way, and I mean, obviously people are, but we're talking about a very small amount. The majority is being duped into thinking they're learning and waking up, and America's waking up and all that, and they've been duped into that shit. So, wait, I just realized I could see there's a chat thing in here.
Is there?
Yeah. They've been dropping shit.
Oh shit! Have I not been paid? You could
so
see it.
Sick. Great song by Benefit. So sick. That's right, bro. Respect. Respect. You had the Bert and Ernie shit, and then corporate news, but we absolutely should know what's happening in the world and in the country. Oh, you know what? So I think that's a she. So this Rack Baker, she says about the news, like not the corporate news, but we absolutely.
Shout out to Rack Baker.
Oh yeah. So she said we should know what's actually happening in the world and in the country. So she's saying that that we still need to know about, that we still need the news to know about what's happening in the world and in the country. I would argue that you don't need it. You don't need it for you to live a fulfilling life and to operate like out here. If you are fully capable and your mind is on point, you do not need to know what's going on in the state of the country. It's the same. It hasn't changed, and it's being exactly what it was designed to do years and years and years and years and years ago. So it's I do get her point. It is valid. I would just say again that it's not a necessity anymore. Once you get everything, you may need the news in the beginning. The only people that I think really need the news are people that are like researching and are fucking gathering shit, and they're fucking bringing it back to those that they can educate or put online. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
That makes more sense. But
Absolutely.
to sit back on your phone and think you need to know what Trump said last night and what the fuck is going on and what's happening with Epstein and what's the fucking nah. That's where you're cooked, which is mostly everybody now. Which is
Yeah.
mostly
Wait,
everybody.
wait. So do you mean like paying attention to like the whole Epstein stuff? That's where people are
That's
being.
beginners. That's beginners
Oh yeah. Oh
movie.
yeah.
It's
That's for
bait.
sure.
No,
That's
but
beginners. Okay, I agree
it's
with that.
bait. It's bait. Anything
Oh
that's in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
media. If you are talking about anything that is in the media, everything that's in the media is allowed to be there. It's not like, oh wow, they slipped up and
Good
let this
point.
happen.
That's
Everything
a
is
very
allowed to
good
be there.
point. That's a
So
very good point, bro. I'm glad that you just said that right now.
yeah.
Yep.
And but we forget that because it's very visually stimulating, and we're watching the news clip, and maybe we're doing something else. Maybe we're drinking, maybe we're smoking, maybe we have to play with our kid, maybe we're with the one hand is in the other. We're not fully really conscious of what is happening. You're being mind controlled by news media, information that you don't fucking need. This goes back to the original conspiracy of how
Yep.
to manipulate the masses. And people think that they're waking up and coming out and revolutionizing this and that, and we're all changing the world. And MAGA and MAHA and blah, 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 and all the rest of it. Like, fucking, bro, like, shout out to them for, like, having the intention and the patriotic heart and passion. Like, I'm not knocking them for that.
Mm.
I'm just more coming from I'm coming from a brotherly perspective. Like you're still
Mm.
being duped. You're still
Mm.
being tricked and deceived at the end of it. And you were mentioning shit about Trump. Like I'm at the point. My perspective is like, bro, I don't even like. Very very small time is Trump. Not even
Mm.
it doesn't. Yeah, that
That's very.
whole. That's why when he's using the same lingo that we were using,
Mm-hmm.
that's to usher in his familiarity to his new upcoming voters. It's always about see, here's what's interesting about the whole voting political shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the vote. It's about maintaining the illusion that you should vote. The
Mm.
actual vote doesn't count. Some people in another argument can say that it totally does count. Fair enough, so be it. I would suggest strongly that the idea of it maintaining there of keeping voters keeps you invested in a game that
Mm-hmm.
is never going to go your way. And if it does go your way, you think it's going to go your way forever? Like eventually
Right.
it's going to fucking go left. It's going to go sideways. You ain't going to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's the thing. Like, I think people have forgotten that these two parties, this two-party system that we're all in, that we've been in for since,
one party.
I mean,
One party.
basically well, yeah, right. I'm
Party.
sorry.
But I get you. I get you.
The
Yeah.
illusion of two parties,
Right.
or now Elon's trying to make a third, but whatever. That's another conversation in itself because.
Right.
But this illusion of two parties, like people don't realize, like, no, these people are in bed with each other. Why do you think? Let's just entertain it just for a moment. Why do you think the Epstein client list hasn't been fully released or accepted by the media or none of these people? Does anybody ever question why none of these high profile people ever been arrested? None of them get arrested. The ones that do get arrested are the ones that don't pay their dues, like a Weinstein or maybe.
Well, also not only that, the ones that do get arrested, you can do the research, find out they got arrested, and find out that the media didn't talk about them.
Or that.
And that's all. And then
That's
that's
a
all
good
that's going to
point.
happen. Nothing's going to be further than that.
No.
You'll just find the truth out, and nothing will change.
Right.
Because in that regard, it doesn't. Again, if they got you talking about what's in the media, it's like dangling keys. It doesn't matter what's on the keychain. As long as you're staring and listening to the dangling keys,
Mm-hmm.
then they got you. So if we go looked up, if we pulled up Google right now and typed in news and hit news and just literally update, let's see what the most recent fucking thing is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They just want you to be talking about it, having attention on it, and having an opinion on it. Whether you're exposing the truth about it, whether you're just talking about it, whether you're giving a criticism, whether you're putting a positive spin on it, whether they want you talking, chatting, talking, because that makes noise. And when the noise is there, because the noise is for the majority, I have made it into the minority. That is where I feel, and I suggest where where we want to be. The majority ain't going away. The mind control's not going away. The poison food's not going away. The vaccine
Nope.
shit's not going away. The poison air is not going away. The Rockefeller indoctrination system of the education system's not going away. The corruption of information's not going away. None of that is going away. And it's going to be part of the majority. But if you are in the minority, you can actually still thrive in the way this current state of things is right now. Like I said, if you are not being fucking literally bombed, then you're in the Goldilocks zone, bro.
Right.
Like there's and I'm telling you, the media thing has got people so addicted. Dopamine and the dopamine fix of the news thing of what's going on, what's the next thing is going to happen. It becomes an episode, a dramatic soap opera. It becomes like, I remember watching wrestling. Wrestling gets used as a metaphor for the media all the time. And there's a reason for it, because these guys are actors. Everybody that's on the fucking camera is an actor, bro. No one, everybody acts a certain way on the you're doing an interview right now with me, and like I'm being raw, real, and authentic, but I'm still putting on a certain type of portrayal of myself because I know I'm being recorded and I know there's other people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so
I mean, yeah, both. I mean, I guess both of us are, but I mean, this is probably as close as my personality that.
me too. No,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
100%. Oh no, we're both, this is real as fuck. This is both real as fuck. So,
Absolutely.
but now let's say if we were in a political campaign position, and you had to go out there and you had to maintain an image and maintain a specific view on yourself, and you would then listen to whoever's in your circle that's telling you this is what you have to say, this is what you have to do, da da da. Bro, Trump is so on the bottom of the totem pole. He's like literally a nothing and a nobody, bro. Like anybody that's media named in the media is nothing. You need to hear names like Larry Fink, or like other names that like, you know, who's the new fucking black pope that got ushered in? I don't fucking know. Like there's deeper
Oh,
motherfuckers in this shit.
the recent pope that got sworn in from Pope Francis.
Well,
Or
I
you
think
talking about? You
there
talking
was
about?
like a black, there was a new
Just
white one, a new black one, and a new pink one. I mean, I could be off on that, but I know that there's some shit going on like that. But you know, it's it when you're stuck in these characters, bro. It's
Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel. He's a little bit more. He's a little bit
Someone in the
more out
comments said
there,
Peter
but
Thiel.
again,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, bro, I'll be real with you. From my years in this shit and going down every rabbit hole and scraping the bottom of the rabbit hole and then coming out of the rabbit hole, what I've gathered is like, bro, you get to the highest level once you're beyond Rothschild, Zionist, dark Luciferian, Talmudic, Sabbatean, Frankist type occultist, Klipoth worship type. Okay,
Dropping so many gems.
you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That's, let's be real here. That's where we're.
Oh
That's why
yeah.
the Trump Epstein shit is so
Malachian,
fucking elementary.
Luciferian. Yeah, all of that, bro.
Yeah. And you get to the highest level, bro, and I'm always up to the discussion if it's human or non-human intelligences. That could be up for debate, but or not debate, but I mean discussion. But to me, it becomes a point where I just call them the invisibles, and these are the motherfuckers that have this shit running the way it is, and they control it the way they do. And there's only a handful of heavyweight researchers that I think that have really like put some of these pieces together, and there's not many real ones out there anymore. You have to go to the old school ones.
Not even that to that, like yeah, there's no. Listen, we don't have a Bruce Wayne. People thought that Elon Musk was going to be that Bruce Wayne or the Iron Man or whatever, and I'm sorry, that's just not. And I'm just mentioning Elon because here's a guy that says AI is dangerous, and he's right about that. But he's the same guy that's also getting into AI. He's the same guy that wants to put a chip in your head in order to Neuralink. Look it up.
Right.
And he's a part, and that's all a part of that transhumanism apparatus. You know what I'm saying? Like these people literally want to figure out how they can digitize themselves into a robotic system so that they can immortalize themselves to reign as the lords of this earth. They already by bloodline, they already manage that somehow, some way. And you mentioned it because this is always a thought that's been on my mind. Is like, is this even human? Is it even biologically human on what we're facing? So what's your what's your idea of, like, I don't know, God, spirituality, the the Nephilim or the angels and demons? Like what's your, from any research that you've done, what's your overall kind of conclusive thought on what that is? And are we facing something that
So
because I just before you answer, because I personally do believe that there's a goodness present, but there's an overwhelming evil that's present. Now, however we define that I guess is based on the perception of what's based on belief. Because I mean, I don't know where the end of that kind of conversation is, but I'd like to know what you think on, is there an actual good that exists? Is there an actual evil that exists? And what is that?
yeah, so in two perspectives. In one perspective, there is a right or wrong that correlates more with natural law. You know what I'm saying? So natural law has these things set in place for us to live in with just natural law, the law of accordance. There's certain things that have almost like what someone would call natural God-given rights, if you will. Um, you don't have to kill. You don't have to kill if it's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? But if someone's trying to kill you, then you can kill. Like there's all these things and whatever. But when it comes to right or wrong, there is, like I said, in natural law. But then there's also like there is no right or wrong. Things are just what they are, and there's no judgment on it. We're the ones that deem judgment on these things. So I understand both of these. And evil, you know, it gets a bad name because when it's being at when okay, so Eve, from Eve, Adam and Eve. Eve is the female, and Eve represents not just the female, but the feminine expression, the energetic feminine energy. And so to be evil, like that's why like Eve is also the evening, so it's dark. The moon is also feminine. So like there's you start to masculine is the sun and bright. You start to yin and yang, etc. So we start to look at evil as not as hurtful, wrongdoing, murderous, corrupt, twisted. We look at evil as anything that is in feminine nature. So if you do something from a caring nature, you're being evil, Eve-ish. You're Eve-like. You're being in the Eve. You see what I'm saying? I know it's kind of deep, but like
No, yeah, because I do think language plays a part into the description of what these things mean. So maybe I'm not asking the right question.
Well, no. What I'm saying is
No, because I know where you're going. I know where you're going to, and go ahead.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
Well, because like because Eve, there's root words to things, right? Is that kind of where you're going? So, and I see that too.
No, what I'm saying is like what we define as something as evil is just is femininity unraveling itself, being displayed in front of you. So when there is things that are
Well,
outward.
masculinity restrains it.
Masculinity, yeah. Well, masculinity is outward, feminine is inward. So if you think of the female, the egg is female, it's inner. That's why we, and the guys, what do we have? Our dick is outward, it shoots out. So it's, you see what I'm saying? When the masculine force is like actionary, direction, electricity, feminine is more the emotional internalization, electromagnetism. There's like a whole masculine feminine represents like fucking like hundreds of fucking different things, but there's this surface level shit to it that I think some of us get lost in the sauce about. And a lot of the stuff, I know a lot about that history, and I understand the stories. Now me, where I'm at with what would be considered God, over the years, bro, it has turned into semantics for me at this point. I don't even care what it's called anymore. I just care about my connection and my connection with me, which, guess what? If it's with Buddha, then, or Christ, if that's Christ, the Christ consciousness, or if that's Jesus, whatever, white Jesus, black Jesus, baby Jesus, Ethiopian Jesus, fucking all the Jesuses, whatever Jesus works for you. Like if that's what it is, I don't care if that's what it is. I just care about my connection to it and my relationship with it. So I stopped kind of like calling upon it or him or God like that, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of just have this blind trust in it. So I'm almost like atheist, but faithful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about any label. I'm not identified with anything. I'm not like, if you ask me to like describe or identify whatever I'm with, I don't have anything to tell you.
Got it.
Because it's all semantics and shit like that to me. I'm very open-minded and like free moving about it. So I don't want to be like pinned down or boxed in with any label or anything. For references and for understanding things better, you can use labels. I get it. But me, like my identity, like when people ask me about like when I eat, like I've been eating vegan for like fucking like, I don't even know, like 10, 15, 12, 12 years, maybe 12, 13 years. But I'm not like my identity is not attached to a vegan. I'm not a vegan in my identity.
Right.
My food choice is vegan, and my philosophy correlates with a lot of vegan philosophy. So like, but I'm not, someone can hold up a sign and say all vegans need to burn in hell. I'm not going to feel anything.
Right.
I'm not attached to the word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could, like I'm not, I've removed myself from the labels and the group collectiveness of shit like that. I've been in and out of anonymous over the years, but in that anonymous collective, I've been a part of other mini groups within the groups of other groups, and so but when we get into this deeper shit, the spiritual practice that you engage in daily is your connection and your path and your relationship with God or whatever that thing is. And notice how anytime in every conversation when people talk about this shit, they always say, how many times have you heard this when someone says, when you believe in a higher consciousness or a God or a Jesus or whatever you want or the universe, they always say whatever you want or whatever it is. We don't have the human descriptive words to describe this phenomena, things that we describe. We can only understand it through a knowingness. It's a knowing, and it's that knowingness only happens in you, the individual. We all as a group don't do it. We individually together, but individually separately do it as a group. This is when but then over the years religion has taken many forms, and you get into the word religion itself. I believe it's religare or religar. Yeah, I think it's religare. Something like that. To bind, to hold back, to and that's what religions do overall. And again, I'm not knocking people that are religious, because there are many principles and disciplines and spiritual practices that religions have inside them. But to be spiritual and have spiritual practices, you don't need a religion.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So, at
Yeah.
the end of the
I
day,
think
what's working for you as an individual, like by all means, like that's what it is, bro. Like if you walk in a dark cave and you're like, yo, Jesus, please stay with me. You're my power. You're my strength right now. I don't know what's going on, but stay with me. We're going to get through this. If I'm next to you and I'm thinking like, all right, it's just me in here. I just got this. I got it. This is all on me. I'm going to fucking get through this. I'm going to fucking make it through this. What's really the difference if we're both tapped into something that's going to move us forward? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe this guy that is believing in the Jesus thing is 100% right. Maybe the other guys, you know, like, but at the end of the day, what is happening? Like you're still showing up with that same effort. So I feel like that power, again, if it's God doing it, then okay, God's doing it. I can't prove it, but if he's doing it, then so be it. Great. Or is it just me doing it? Same thing. It's great.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like,
that's
so.
such a good, you know, the amazing thing about being alive in this physical vessel is that we're experiencing things and we may think that we have all the answers and we indeed don't at all have
Correct.
all the answers. All we have is experiences and all we have is the individual perspective. That's
Yeah.
legitimately all we have.
Yeah.
We can take the perspective and experiences of other people as corroboration of our own, but at the end of the day, if you're not I guess if you're not having that experience yourself, then you yourself can only go as far as what somebody else tells you.
Yeah. And you learn on your own. You kind of mature and
Oh
see
yeah,
what, and you learn what works for you. Like
right.
you start
But
to
if I
like,
could,
and go ahead.
yeah, I mean, if I could say from my own, and this is in recent years, I'd be the first one to tell you, like, look, man, church is a joke. This whole biblical thing is a joke. Religion, I think we both agree is a complete joke. And a lot of people that I've had conversations with in family and close friends and stuff like that, religion is legitimately you got to be careful with it.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't believe in religion. I don't even believe in the church as a uh, as a business. I don't believe in church as a as a finite material. I don't believe in it like that. But from what I've done in reading, and I'm talking, and I'm kind of, I'm gonna take my whatever that I've known from scripture, and it's like church is not a building. Church is the body and your community that is around you. That's what church. What we're doing right now would be considered church, just
Right.
because we're having a conversation. We're having, we're going through, we're revealing truths on either our opinions or the facts of the matter of what's going on in our world. That would be considered church, right? Or temple, or whatever you want to
Right.
call it.
Right.
So
Or church like, because
yeah,
it's,
yeah,
you know,
exactly. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
anything that it's see, but now that's your quality of what you feel church should be, and
Sure.
that's what it, and so you're in what you're saying, you're right. Someone else would say like, no, we need to be wearing all white. We're both
Yeah.
wearing black right
Right.
now, so shame
Right.
on you, and blah blah blah. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Right.
and guess what? And they would have their version of church, and they would be right too.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you'd both be right
Mm-hmm.
if it works for you. If it's see, there's different ways of praying. I believe that if you're praying, I feel like when you pray, you're praying like, I feel like when you pray, you're it's not about the prayer of the words that you're sending out or you're thinking about. It's the state and the frequency you get into during those prayers. And
Yes.
I feel if your prayer is like, oh, please protect my son, please make sure my daughter gets her, you know, her teeth fixed on her surgery tomorrow, please protect my wife, please did it, like, then
Mm.
I'm like, no, because you're in a state of powerlessness during those so-called prayers. This
Mm-hmm.
is where I feel like, and again, I'm not knocking anybody that does that, but I just feel like you're unknowingly, you have intentions to connect with God and to have prayers and do your thing, but you may mistakenly be coming from a panicking type of state, or a weak state, or again, a state of powerlessness. And when you're in that state of powerlessness, that is what you are sending out. So therefore, things that are going to unravel and put you in a more powerless state, again, is going to continue. Instead of you having a more gracious prayers, almost like thanking it as if it's already happened, or thank you that my thank you for my daughter's perfect surgery, when it didn't even happen yet. But the prayer, the essence, you're already in it. You're evoking that energy, and that allows the God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, to use reality as a way to get events to unfold and unravel that energetic expression for you that you originally sent out that first frequency to connect to it and gain it. Because I feel like the body, the heart, the mind, the imagination has to be in sync. The emotion has to be in a very authentic state for things to actually connect and work out like that. I think the connection someone has with God or Christ or Allah or fucking Krishna or fucking whoever the fuck it, bro, Satan even. There's people that I've met, Satanists, that aren't dark, bloodthirsty, satanic, murderous people. They're actually like, they're just kind of like stuck in the tenets of like self-preservation, but not in the state of like going out of the way to hurt others. There are disciplines in some of the satanic orders. It's just like most things, it gets a bad rap. The polluted and corrupted version of Satanism is louder than the.
I think because it's just closely, in my opinion, is closely related to Luciferianism and Malachianism.
Yeah, because of
You know what
what
I mean?
okay, so here's how I've gathered
And
it.
witchcraft and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the witchcraft shit is that shit is very real. And
Yeah.
I think people kind of mistake it. They think that it's like hocus pocus magic movie shit, and that's not the type of shit we're talking about. Like,
Right.
the image in front of you is not a real image. You zoom in enough to both of our faces, you're gonna get squares. You're gonna get pixels.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you really fucking looking at that? You know what I'm saying? It's not, So, and then you said something else. Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting a traffic jam of two of my thoughts.
Like Luciferianism, Malachianism,
Yeah.
witchcraft.
Oh, so like, when I started looking into, like the Talmudic philosophy of these like super high level Hasidic Orthodox Talmudists, okay, and all the Chabad Lubavitch, these organizations that are behind fucking all the powerful ADL and the rest of it. It gets very like, so they believe that the Messiah will be coming. It'll be their Messiah, and we are all the goy. We're the and goy or goyim.
The goyim. Yep.
Yeah. And for listeners that aren't familiar with that, the way they describe the goy is that when you take like celery or something and you weigh it on a scale, and the little bits of nothingness that land on the scale that you just wipe off, this is how they describe it. That is the goy. That little, they literally describe it like that. So their level of massive disregard to everyone else.
Now, is this just for the viewers, for them to understand? Is this just a certain sect of Judaism?
This is the Babylonian Talmud. Apparently, this is higher ranking than the Torah. This is the highest order in all of Jewish.
I wanted you to say that because keep going, but that's a good clarification for people who.
So, well, here's what gets even crazier. So if this is the Talmud is used as the now, mind you, the Talmud is both is two. Is one is the Gemara, and then the Mishnah. The Mishnah is very Kabbalistic and oral tradition that is only passed on verbally and orally, and it has been written down, and that's the Mishnah. Then the Gemara is a breakdown of the phrases that are in the Mishnah. So it's this, and it's not even like in order. It's like it's like random phrases and quotes and thoughts and riddles and weird little fucking things. So, but and this kind of meshes in with the protocols of the learned elders of Zion. But what I'm getting at is they want to bring in their Messiah, and what they consider that is the left hand of God, or excuse me, the right hand of God, which is to bring in the Messiah. Now, again, remember, right and left, masculine, feminine. The left hand, which is why you get the left hand society and left hand symbolism and shit like that, because the left hand work of God, according to them, is destruction, chaos, turmoil, trauma, pain, hurt, affliction, violence, profanity, etc. The right hand work of God is growth, love, truth, spirit, light, health, family, etc. They want to fast forward the left hand work of God so that they can hurry up and usher in their right hand Messiah. That is what I've been able to gather, which is that some of the like higher levels of a lot of this shit. And you can see how that type of control and power trickles down into other nations, especially particularly with the Israel nonsense that's happening, and how it's in the Talmudic philosophy is twisted in American culture, which touches back onto Disney shit. That's Talmudic profanity shit. It all comes back to the same philosophy that there is a superiority race over the rest of us. So, now again, knowing this and being a victim of it, you cannot allow them to you cannot allow the victim mentality. You can't give it to them, because that's how they win. That's where they fucking get you. That's where they get you on the news feed. That's where they get you on the news media. That you're a victim. You can't do shit. You have no control. Your country's fucked. You're screwed. It's over with. You can't do nothing. It's a disaster out here. It's da 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 da. That's programming. You're not controlling your own thoughts. Especially the people that wake up in the morning, and right when they go to the bathroom or shower or whatever, they grab their phone and just jump right into it. They don't even start their day off with their own thoughts. It's already what the fuck's coming on the thing, bro. Like, and again, like we said, what's there is allowed to be there. So shit's being sent to you. It's not the same as you going out of your way to go do the work and find fucking, truth elsewhere.
Right.
So
yeah, they're constantly flooding the mind and distracting you from. I mean, they've always been distracting the masses, but it's upgraded. It's become more sophisticated, and now they have access to this thing called so-called artificial intelligence, which is probably a completely different type of entity that's coming into place right now. I mean, if they're releasing it right now, supposedly they're already 50, 100, 200 years of technology ahead of the public. There's no telling on
because it's what
capability.
There's the AI that they're silently using against us, and simultaneously they're also giving us AI that we can play with. So we don't see the other shit. We're just like, oh my god, this I could fucking I can type words and it can make a video. Oh shit, da da da. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I did spend almost like 2.5 days on fucking TikTok when the fucking Bigfoot AI clips started coming out, bro.
Those are funny. I'm not gonna lie. Those are pretty funny.
I got lost. I'll admit it. I got totally lost. But I'll say what my TikTok I use for movies, Marvel shit, comic books, animes, fighting movies, Scott Atkins, Jet Li, my TikTok is not Donald Trump. My TikTok is not news feeds. My TikTok is not who just got bombed and the rest of it. I made it like that. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you're not going to catch me in that shit, bro. Like if
Yeah,
if I'm gonna brain rot, it's going to be on fucking like anime, Marvel, or fucking Bigfoot AI or some shit. You know what I'm
Bigfoot
saying?
AI
Like bro, I'm not like,
running through the woods,
bro, all that. And you know what's
fighting a
hilarious?
bear, and
I'm watching that, and then I see ones with stormtroopers in Star Wars, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
shit. And then next thing I know, Bigfoot is with the stormtroopers, and then I'm like, whoa, this is getting crazy. And then he's
Yo,
with Superman, and
there's
then I'm like, yeah,
another one with like aliens, like gray aliens and stuff, and they're like
yeah.
they're like in complete despair about like fighting U.S. soldiers or something like that. It's
Like
pretty
being
it's pretty
interviewed and
funny.
shit.
Yeah, they're
Bro,
being interviewed.
it's hilarious. It's
That's actually pretty funny.
so there's definitely some fun things with the AI in this world and where we're going with it 100%.
Yeah.
But again, I know where we're going, and it doesn't look good for the majority.
Oh, for sure.
I'm in the mentality that as this goes forward and how it's always been and how it will be and how I think it can only operate in this way, which is a majority minority situation. There's always going to be 80% controlled by the masses. I mean, the 80% of the masses controlled, and then the 20% that is not fucking with the rest of the bullshit that's going on.
Yeah.
And that's why in a lot of these movies, they're like on the outskirts of technology, or like they don't live in the asylum, or they're not in the fucking or like in the Matrix, they're unplugging in the Matrix, they're not plugged in, and I think that people, oh yeah, my shit just hit 15%, by the way.
15%. Okay, all right.
So
We'll wrap up. We'll wrap up soon.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
But totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Like no, just like with I guess where I was getting at with AI and technology is that we got to use it kind of like the same way a sharp pair of scissors or a gun. Like be responsible with it. Like you cannot let this thing consume you, bro. Because that just owning a phone you're already opting in is dangerous, me included.
For sure.
And I'm aware of a lot of this shit big time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I'll still find time to fuck off on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So it's still has got a little hold on me too. And
yes.
I'm aware of this shit.
That's such a good point, man. Like I feel like a lot of this. I wanted to say a thought came to mind is that I feel like a lot of these things that they come about with all these technologies, the phone, the algorithms, the community guidelines, and also artificial intelligence now being really being introduced into all of this stuff, is that they already know that they have the majority under their thumb, under their boot. It's the minority, like people like you and I. That's why they're creating these types of weapons. That's why they're weaponizing these things, because they really, really want people like you and me to shut.
Of course, and they, you know
down.
what? But here's the thing, and I learned this over the years. They already had an agenda for us ready.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like we are not liked. We are a problem, but we're not a threat to the overall, to the macro level. We're not a threat. Micro, we are a threat.
Yeah.
Macro level, they're not even worried about us. The machine is running at such a capacity. This goes back to that shit I was saying about
That's a good point. Yeah.
Swallowing. There's a harsh truth of acceptance. Like, bro, like I've been exposing Israel and Gaza and Zionism and shit for fucking years, bro. Like, easily a decade. And it's heartbreaking that I know what goes on in there, and I've known for years. And it's even more heartbreaking that I have to swallow the reality. The whole world is gonna literally watch Israel wipe them off the map. We're not gonna save them. And it's difficult for me to say that. I don't like saying that, but I'm being very real. They're gonna do it right in our fucking faces. They're doing it right now, and it's gonna happen.
56,000, at least they say 56,000 children or innocent people completely wiped out.
That's just what's on the report.
And that's just what's on the report.
You know what I'm saying? And again, and back to media shit. If someone does want to get news media, go to another country and to get the media, to get news.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years. You will hear how other countries talk about America in its political
Oh, we're the
position.
bully on the block. That's what they
We
call
are
it. That's what they.
we are, but here's the thing. No one
Yeah.
can do shit. No one.
Mm-hmm.
There's little hiccups and little slowdowns. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I personally think it's all part of the program. Honestly,
Of course,
this shit don't
COVID-19
change.
was COVID-19 was part of the program. 9/11 inside job part of the program.
Yeah.
This whole
Bro, when
MAGA
COVID
movement and all
happened,
that stuff, all part of the program.
bro, when COVID happened, I really saw where everybody was at.
Oh
And
my
I'm not
goodness.
saying I'm Mr.
Yeah.
Man and I know everything. I'm not.
Yeah.
I definitely don't. I definitely don't. But I
Yeah.
know I'm in the category of motherfuckers that are very far along the way in this shit. I'm in a small group. And
Mm-hmm.
when the COVID shit happened, it really revealed. I was like, oh my God. And that's when I was like, oh, people aren't waking up. Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
this is, oh, we're fucking fucked. Look at how fucking asleep we are. Because you know what it is, bro? I don't know the right metaphor to say it, but it's like, you know, uh, a lot of water's pouring in, and then like a little drop is happening here. Like
Yeah.
this is the people
It's getting
waking up.
diluted. Yeah.
This is the people waking up little by little, and then more people are asleep. There's like, it's like one
Yo,
person waking up, and then everyone being asleep. More like the ratio is off, like 100-1.
quick experience. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. Quick experience from my perspective. Like I was very much involved in the hip hop community out my way. I live in Rhode Island. For anybody that doesn't know that, Northeast. So the smallest state in the union. Okay, you should know that. Anybody out there? Anyway, but I was very much involved in the hip hop community for a long time, for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? And for the right reason, because I was just involved in that. I made music and I wanted to spread a message as well and get people get the truth out there and just and be a part of it, because I was just a fan of hip hop. And then when COVID hit, it's just like you said, man. I saw so many people where they were like, F the system, we can't trust the government. We got to be against this and against that. And they complete like that, immediately subservient to the mask mandates, to all the, we gotta save lives. We got to get the shot in our arm. And I'm looking at this and like, bro, this is a bad idea. If you do that, you're probably gonna die, or something else is gonna happen to you. You're gonna get an injury. And sure enough, actually not even a year later after it, months after it, myocarditis. You got people dropping dead across the world and all that stuff. And people are still telling you, oh, this is bullshit. And I was just so disappointed, man. Like what it did to me is like, I know where I stood as far as like, I still would dabble in my own music, but I just scaled it back. I'm like, okay, we just became from minority to even a more minority.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just
yes, bro.
It's like now there's another barrier between the fucking barrier that we were already trying to get beyond.
Bro, you're calling it is yes, bro. Yes.
I'm still very deeply disappointed in it. A lot of people came now, not for nothing. I'm not in particularly angry at anybody. I am, in a sense, or I was. I'm not against anybody from my community that was involved in these things, because they know who they are. I've had many conversations. Anyone that's tuned into this, and I know the people that have tuned into this, I've spoke about this before a little bit. I love y'all, but at the same time, and I'm grateful that some people have kind of snapped out of it. But for those couple years, I was like, you literally went from F the government to like, oh, we got to trust the science. We got to,
bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
We got to comply. We got to make sure these establishments comply. I'm like, bro, if you keep complying, you give a finger, they're going to take an arm. You give an arm, they're going to take a leg. They take a leg, you're going to take a whole body. And they did. So
facts.
So yeah, we went from the minority to the minority.
For real. No, you just said it, bro. And that's where I've been at for a few years now, honestly. And that's also adds a little bit to my absence. And there was a very, because bro, when the COVID shit happened, bro, oh my God. First of all, I had an amazing time. Now I know that's very fucked up to say, because others.
I know, yeah.
very, very. Most people had really fucked up times.
Yeah.
But I was good because I wasn't scared of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you're at with this, but I'm not. I don't subscribe to the virus existing. I don't fuck with germ theory. I don't. Contagion is not real. Contagion is a myth. It's not provable. If anything, they sought out to prove it and ended up disproving it in their intentions to try to prove it. And there's over 203 of those experiments in the past half century. And so, I wasn't worried about some fucking thing getting into me. So while
Mm-hmm.
everyone's covered up, screaming, running around, whatever the fuck, like, bro, when I would drive at night, oh my
Super
God.
spreader.
What'd you say?
Super spreader.
Oh, yeah.
You're a super spreader.
Bro, and the asymptomatic shit was so retarded, bro. There was just a lot of like, bro. But that was the other thing. Like, you had people that were like, yeah, opposing the vaccines, but still believing and following germ theory, which I understand why they would. I used to believe it too, but years ago when because I've always been in health and understanding disease and the body and how to heal and shit like that and diet and nutrition and everything. So I came across understanding the difference between terrain theory and germ theory and how the body really gets sick. How do what is the common cold? All these fucking things that people think that, if he coughs by me, then I'm gonna get sick. If I'm
Right.
if or I can't go to work today because so and so is sick. I don't want to get nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is in your mind. This isn't a real thing that hasn't been shown to prove to really exist like that. We've never seen any experiment where they've taken a mouse, put it in a glass cube, a sick mouse with an alleged virus, and then take a healthy mouse, put him in there, and observe the alleged virus leave that mouse's body and go infect the other mouse. Like, we haven't observed that ever, but yet that's the alleged claim of how things are spreading around everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when the COVID shit happened, I was driving around, like, no one was on the streets. I was like, oh my God. I was like just
No traffic.
bro, it was amazing. It was amazing. But on the flip side of things, like we were saying before, that really let me know where we were at, and that was some reality check that I got. Like, oh shit, like,
Yeah, man.
no one's awake, bro.
Yeah, man.
No one
Yo,
is.
that's
Like,
the scary part, bro. Like that actually, I was actually so worried about that part because real quick, me and my girl at the time, this was before my son and everything. This is like year one in the COVID, and at the height of it and all that stuff, where everything was getting shut down, and we're walking around the city. The capital out here is Providence, so we were walking around Providence. We were walking out the other cities, and it's like eerily, no one's around. There's no cars driving around. You don't even see police, which was bizarre because like you always see police for the most part down in downtown, but we saw a couple homeless people and whatever, and kind of chit chatted with them. Like we were kind of kicking it with them for a good 10-20 minutes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just having conversation. And they were like, yeah, this is crazy, like we can't. But the thing with them, like they didn't have any access to like much food or whatever like that because nothing was open. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that was a little bizarre too.
No, I remember seeing the homeless people wearing masks when they knew
Yeah.
Bro, I swear to you, I guarantee, for the most part, most of those homeless people, not all of them, they were just like, they were literally putting it on because they saw everybody else. They don't even know what's going on in the news.
Yo,
They don't even
that's
know.
wild.
They just need, like, they're just like, oh, will I get money if I'm wearing a mask? Okay, I'll just put this mask on. We could have been wearing banana peels on our heads. They would have done it. They just fucking did it. It could have been anything. It didn't matter.
Like all these people wearing banana peels on their head.
You know what I mean? So like, it was very, that was a very eye-opening moment. And again, a harsh reality. I was like, oh shit, this is like, we're actually further back than fucking. I got the same feeling I got of being solo, like alone, like I did back in like 2010 when I woke up to everything and I was like, oh my God, these guys are fucking recording everything. They're everywhere. They have eyes on everything. The surveillance, the security, they can hear me. Like, let me close my window. Let me lock my shit. Like, I was like bugging. I was like, yo, they're fucking everywhere. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And then like now, same thing. I felt alone. I was like solo. I was like, I'm the only one that knows what's going on. I'm the only one that knows the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back then in like 2010, 2011, 2012, people were not awake to nothing. There was no, because the thing is with the conspiracy shit, bro, they turned it into a fun, trendy, interesting little topic for social media shit. So now anybody and everybody can just do a clip about the most recent surface level conspiracy, whether it's Hillary, Pizzagate, fucking Biden's son, crack pipe shit, fucking pedophilia this, pedophilia that. And that's the other thing. They've allowed pedophilia. Bro, the pedophilia psyop is so ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's hijacking and it's coattailing right on the gender
You got little
pronoun stuff.
girls. You got little girls and little boys at like weddings and like what do they call it? Spanish quinces, right? I think that's what they're called. Yeah. And bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs and these like teeny bopper events screaming.
Even drag queen shows and all that stuff too.
Oh no, that's some separate shit. But yeah, no, yeah, that adds to it. But what I'm talking about right with this is that them singing the song about the pedophile with the Kendrick lyrics, Kendrick's lyrics to Drake.
Right. Yep.
And it's such a double-edged twist. They don't realize it. Like you think that they're encouraging pedophilia as a shameful thing, but what it's really doing, it's allowing pedophilia to be normalized in our day-to-day conversations instead of it being this separate thing that needs to be looked at. And like not to mention, bro, you got everyone screaming this pedophilia shit with Kendrick. Then if you'll also look at all the fucking pedophile I don't even know what to call it, like just all the pedo shit in Family Guy. Like Family Guy, loaded, and everyone loves Family Guy, and everyone watches
on low key, not even low key. I can't even say low
not
key.
Even
it's pretty in your face. Yeah,
in your face. No longer subtle because, bro,
it's not.
They've added this comedic acceptance. It's this acceptance, this normalization, this us allowing pedophilia to be in the sphere, and even if it's being talked about negatively, it's starting to be used lighter now.
Yeah.
Because now, oh, what are you, a pedophile? Oh, you think she's cute, bro? She's 14. What are you, a pedophile? Like, guys use it in jokes now more. Pedophilia is used and like, bro, that is part of the game to make the pedophile shit allowed and more accepted by
more accepted. Well, I mean, even in like the political world, I know real quick, you good on your phone still?
Yeah, I kind of plugged in. I'm chilling on 9. I think we're
okay. All right. We'll wrap up.
We're good for right now. Minutes. We're good. We're good.
And
we could always, just so you know, we could do it. We could round 2 this.
Oh, for sure, brother. Like, yo, this is
round 2.
Oh, absolutely. I was already gonna say, like, man, I gotta have you on again, man.
Okay.
But real quick, even in the political world or the psychological world, actually, the psychologists are saying MAPS. You ever heard the term MAPS?
Minor attracted
persons. And like people were now that's it's a surface level issue, but this is all dialogue. This is all stuff that they've been planning, that they've been trying to get into the agenda. I mean, it's all hijacking the LGBTQ movement and all that stuff. And even the LGBTQ movement isn't what it was 10, 15, whatever years ago. And I have my opinions about that too. I don't really care whether or not we get into that, but
we can
talk about that. I mean, I have my opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for it in my opinion, but at the same time, I just don't want children being harmed, and I don't want to have to change language just because it has to comfort somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And also it's like, the whole pedophilia thing is like they're saying, like, even on the surface level, if you say the Epstein list, okay, that's all surface stuff. Like Epstein, it goes deeper, further, and darker than just Epstein. I mean, there's documentaries out there that people are probably not even aware of that you can watch, that politicians are involved, Hollywood's involved. They all child actors have come out. What's his name there? Damn, he's an actor. And
All
now
of them.
he's trying to think of his name right now. He played in
Macaulay
Goonies.
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
What's his name? He sings and
he played in the Goonies and he played in Lost Boys.
Wait, Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, thank you, bro. He's been a spokesperson about that, and I'm pretty sure his boy there killed himself because unalived himself because of that, man. Because of all that stuff that's going on. Hollywood is infested with pedophilia. So is
Hollywood. No, Hollywood. Yeah, it's based on the pedophilia.
It's based on it. You know what I mean?
You know, and it's bro. There is a fucking there's
diabolical.
There's this shit. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it's called. It was so disturbing. I think it's called burlesque. Damn, what's it called? Burlesque something. It's with oh my god, hold on, I'm losing my brain, my thoughts, memory.
It's not that it's not that
Shirley
Netflix.
Temple. Shirley Temple.
Okay. Yeah.
Shirley Temple, something burlesque. I think if you probably Shirley Temple burlesque.
Shirley Temple burlesque. Okay.
This shit comes up, and bro, oh my god, it's little kids. I want to say, how old are they? They got to be like 3 years old, bro. 3-4 years old. Very, very young, bro. Maybe 3, 4, 5. No, nothing more than that. And they have these kids acting in adult scenarios. So the one kid is at the bar picking up the that's her name, right? Shirley Temple, the little girl that was singing, right? Am I bugging? Am I tripping right now?
I think you're good. I think you're right. I could Google it real quick.
Google it real quick. I don't know why.
Okay. What is it? Shirley Temple burlesque. Shirley Temple burlesque.
Yeah.
I don't want anything weird to show up though.
No, yeah, you're good. Don't worry. Yeah, just don't click play if the movie comes on. Because bro, it's hella disturbing. I mean, oh yeah, someone just said it's from like the 50s. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Hold on, I'm gonna try and share it if it'll let me. Let me see.
And bro, you can just see that that entire
right here.
Baby burlesque. Thank you.
Baby burlesque. Okay.
Yes. And the director of that, forgot his name, bro. All these pedo fucks, bro. In that shit, bro. They got these. They have this like 2 or 3 year old is bro, like so one of the beer what's it called, like the barrels of beer has like a spout thing, and it's pouring out fucking milk, and they have the baby on all fours, bro, in like a doggy style position, drinking the milk from the barrel. Like, bro, it is so overkill. And this was in the 50s, bro. This was in the 50s. Totally allowed, totally okay, totally all good with it. Bro, if we did anything like that today, bro, people would snap, bro. People would snap. But again, they have to slowly massage it in to where we just accept it, and then all of a sudden just, pedophile, he's my neighbor, he's a pedophile though, but don't worry, he's, or it's like, don't worry, he's just a pedophile. He's a pedophile, don't worry.
He only comes over on the cookouts on the weekend.
Exactly, exactly. He comes over on the kids' cookout. The kids' cookout, we invite him over.
Yeah, just don't let your kids sit on his lap. That's all. He's all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck.
Bro.
Yo, that's yeah, man. It's bizarre. I mean, listen, we're not even to we're in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah. If someone who's scripturally sound or who's historically sound or whatever, like this is the times that we're in. And like, I don't know, man. I go into all of this stuff as a student. I don't know if this is prophetic. I don't know if this is I don't know what we're living in. I think we are. That's my opinion. I think we are. But I mean, like, all of this stuff is like super bizarre, and it has everything to do with their occult lifestyle. It has everything to do with their ideology. They want to completely diminish. First of all, they want to diminish masculinity. They want to start either before the womb or after the womb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
because if they don't have any, if there's no strong masculinity, if there's no strong men that can try and restrain this type of evil, they'll never have an opponent against them. Because what we're seeing is weak men or whatever weak entity that's
right. Because we attack the men to emasculate them biologically through foods and whatnot, and thing that. And then the men that are masculine, we trick them in their brain, get them to join the army, have them fight for someone else, or be used in another way that's not beneficial to them as always.
And they die and all. Yeah,
bro. I mean, it's just that whole and it's fucked up because a lot of these kids that join, they have good intentions. They don't realize that they're just working for the wrong reasons, even though they think that they're going over there to help people and this and that. And I'm sure there is some of that in the military, but overall, bro, come on, man, you're clearly.
Yeah, when I was 18, man, I almost joined myself. I passed the ASVAB and everything. I was ready to set sail and join the army and stuff like that. But I got some family talked me out of it. I was the only son. I am the only son or whatever. And it was at the height of that. It was like the height of the Iraq War, I think, too. Like, it was only a couple of years after 9/11. So. Yeah, man. I mean, it's wild. I respect the sophistication of the system.
I respect the enemy. I respect
the enemy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I find that the enemy is vast, fierce, and powerful, but it's not undefeatable. What do you think, in your opinion, that has to actually, like, do you think that there's a way that this system can be toppled?
So, yeah. Again, so the good news is that everything comes back to your own mind. That's the best news about this, is that the end all be all is your final say, your outlook, your perspective, and your allowance. So, if you're someone that is on this journey and you are working on yourself, you are putting yourself on a path to be prepared for this ongoing future, you will then be, that'll be exactly that. You will be prepared. You won't be worried about what's going to happen. It's almost like some of these parents waking up to their kid being taught some wrong shit in school, and then they go to the principal and they say, "You can't teach this to my kid. What is wrong with you?" The parent, unbeknown, like, don't realize it. You should have never brought your kid to a Rockefeller indoctrinating camp in the first place. It's teaching your kid exactly what it was designed to teach your kid. You, the parent, needs to be on point to realize your kid doesn't need the public school system. And there's plenty of other fucking ways that your child can fucking get education and become fucking super intelligent and fucking a sociable person. Many, 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 many other ways. You don't need the public school system, because the public school system is going to fucking warp your kid's mind. Now, if you're not in a financial position to make that move, or for whatever reason, and you as a parent have to send your kid to public school because of some type of money or whatever, or how where you're living and budget, you as a parent, it's up to you to break down the truth to your kid first. So when they do go into the school and get exposed to the fuckery, they're not going to be confused.
Right.
They're going to be like, no, my dad already told me about this, so I'm not confused like these other kids.
Yeah,
100%. So you charge up and almost like weaponize your kid's brain if you're going to send him into the trenches. The best one is don't even send him to the fucking school.
100%. Yeah.
Same thing with the food. Feed them right. If your kid's sick all the time, well, what the fuck are you feeding your kid? Is it fucking shit, garbage industry, junk food shit? Well, then you need to go back to home cooked meals, friendly neighborhood gardens. I don't know. Does your neighbor grow avocados or whatever? Like, here in Florida, I can get mangoes like all the. I mean,
you live
mangoes all the time.
You live in like the perfect part of the U.S. You can grow just about anything over there.
Yeah. So like our neighbors have jackfruit, fucking all types of shit. So, but I mean, again, you you're only going to do as good as you've taken yourself. So, that's why consciously, mindfully putting yourself on a path to better yourself, and like better yourself is kind of vague. It's really like wherever you're at in your life right now, and what are you being pulled to the most is kind of where your attention needs to go to. And then I guess later on down the road, as things change, you would just adapt accordingly. Like if you don't know how to grow your own food, then at least know where someone is growing their own food and outsource it, until you do learn how to grow your own food, until you're in that position. Get the second best option instead of just winging it out here and just eating whatever and just getting by and the rest of it. That
Oh yeah.
you have to be pushing yourself to fucking be that better version as everything changes. Because bro, I'll be real with you, as fucked up and as dark as everything is, bro, this is a beautiful world. This is an amazing experience.
It is.
This is
What a time to
an
be alive.
incredible. It's amazing here. There's so much fucking awesome shit here. There's so many beautiful things and so much fucking awesome experiences to have. So that tapping into that and being more focused on that is how you fucking make it out here, bro. Because then people that are fucking a victim to the mind control and worried about what's going on in the news and what's going to happen here and what's Trump saying and where are we going and who's going to vote and this and that, they're going to look at you and want your calmness and want your peace in this chaos. Because how are you not fazed by this? Well, yeah, because you've worked on yourself and you've let shit go and you're not fazed by this. You're not a victim. I know all about the 5G towers, bro. I'm not a victim to it. I'm aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. So, but yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, that. I mean, that's more or less in a nutshell what I had to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the more and more we separate ourselves from the system's just going to go and do it. The system's going to do what it does, and I'm optimistic about what the system is, and I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's going to be able to sustain. I think there's going to be a threshold where it just completely collapses. Yeah, it may affect the rest of us, but I'm optimistic.
Or it may not, or it'll collapse,
or it may not,
and you're chilling. Because bro, even at the end of the day, bro, that's the other thing. It's like, how secure and confident are you by yourself? Meaning, like, I don't know, like what, like at someone on their job, like if you're I'm trying to think, if you're a carpenter, you know what I'm saying, like you don't always have a plan on what's gonna like happen on the job site. You know what I'm saying? You just have your skill and your brain and your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's more than enough, because when something goes sideways that you didn't plan for, are you worried? No, you're fully capable of handling the situation.
right?
So if you're capable of handling, you know, where this future is going, you won't be a victim to it.
Right.
Someone can be like, "Oh no, they're gonna we're gonna put in martial law with Terminator robots and this and that," bro. I say no, that's not really happening. However, if that does happen, that they're going to be in the parts of society where everyone is already okay and accepting that and happy that there's protective super robots everywhere. Us that don't fuck with it are going to be on the outskirts or elsewhere. No, we're not going to be living in the system's design, bro. And that goes back to that majority minority situation. And I'm seeing more of that over the past like 6 years than I have ever. I'm seeing this shift. Like, you can opt out of a lot of this shit and not even need to know what's going on anymore in the world, and you'll be good. You could be having a very fulfilling life, grow a family, have kids, fucking continue your career, connect in the neighborhood, connect in society, connect online. Like, there's nothing stopping us, bro.
No, yeah, that for sure.
There's nothing stopping us, bro.
100%.
There's 100% a demon of fuckery out there, but again, it's the right and wrong, the good and bad, the evil and I guess pure or whatever. They both need each other. They coexist. It's a duality. We wouldn't even like. Can you imagine? Like, okay, let's say there was no pain. Let's say that we didn't experience pain. We only experienced pleasure. We wouldn't be that pleased, because we have nothing really to compare it to. We'd
Right.
kind of just be like on same thing the other way. If we didn't experience pleasure and all we experienced was pain and we never knew what pleasure was, we actually really wouldn't be experiencing pain. We'd be chilling.
Yeah, right. We would just be, yeah, exactly. We'd just be
I'd have a
experiencing
knife. I'd
that.
have a
Yeah.
knife stabbed into my hand, and I'd just be chilling here like this, just like, yeah, bro. So da da da
This
da.
is just this
Yeah.
is just the day.
This is just the day.
This is just the day.
Just the day, bro.
No, yeah. Yeah, I guess there is
It's,
a duality to some of this stuff.
you need them, and whether there's a creator or whoever did it and whatnot, again, that's up for a discussion. Maybe it's a discussion beyond me. I don't know, because I kind of like, I spent a lot of years trying to understand that, and kind of just got to this part where I was just like, I don't even care what you are or what to call you.
Right.
I don't even give a fuck about that anymore. It's like I cannot tell you how my phone works. I cannot build a phone, but I use that phone every fucking day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's placing my energy where I really value, where it's gonna get something, instead of trying to just like. Because again, we could talk about all types of topics and issues that are just like fascinating and interesting, and I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
But again, it gets into this gray zone of just like, we don't fully know, and it's just like speculation and theories, which is fun and interesting and has value, but nothing that's applicable. And I think that that's what people need now more than ever is shit that they can actually apply day to day in their lives while all this shit is going on. You know what I mean? Like, so
no, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going back to what you said. Like, we go by the individual, and the individual communicates that to the community. But at the end of the day, it's the individual of how we receive and how we perceive. For me, it's I think God is an eternal being. There's a creator, and whatever that this realm that we are within, whether it's a realm of consequences that we're trying to figure ourselves out to get out of it, to be beyond it, because I do think there is a beyond from this. I don't think this is the end. I think this is just a temporary state that we are in, and there's something here that belongs here because it has a place here, but at the same time it's a tool. I think evil in a way is a tool to either suppress and keep us here, or to be like, look, I don't want nothing to do with this anymore. I want to be beyond this. I just, and physically, emotionally, and logically, I think that way. I don't want to be a part of any fucking evil. I don't even want to be in the vicinity of it if I don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's there. I know that even in the sense, I acknowledge too that that at the end of the day, we're all capable of it, but I refrain from it. You know what I'm saying? I refrain as much as I can from it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, with that said, and also, I am not a scholar biblically or scripturally or anything like that. I do find some substance from it. I find a lot of knowledge from it, as well as history, as well as research from other things too. I don't keep my mind. I'm an open mind to a lot of things, but if I could say, just from my experience, my walk has always been, I do find that Christ has been I think what his way is and is the pathway. At least it gives us binoculars to see farther than what our own eyes can see. That's what I think. And I can only speak on the experience that I've had from that. And one thing I'll mention is that
if that's what you're gaining and you get it through that, then tap in even more to that, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, because for me too, like, and again, a few years ago, I'd be the first one to tell you, like, man, I don't know, he's just a man. I don't think that anymore. And one part of that was because, when I had my son 3 years ago, I had this intense, I don't know what you call it. Some people call it a Christ moment. I sometimes call it that, but I call it this this just overwhelming spiritual moment because I saw myself in the reflection of my son running through, running in a park, chasing a squirrel and a rabbit and ducks and stuff like that, and he can't even form the words, but yet everything I'm seeing. So it's like, bro,
right.
This conversation right now, this could be going to a part 2 at a later time, but like that's the experience that I've had. That was like, okay, I get it now. I want to live in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment that I was
when you have as a as a man, as a dad, when a woman has a kid, her connection to the kid is like supersedes the man's connection. For sure.
For sure, absolutely, 100%.
But a man has his own, because the mom fucking, like, her brain, she changes completely after she gives birth. The man changes completely, but she's changing mostly like just on from the experience and chemically and emotionally and biologically. And she's, what I'm saying, the man is mostly from his own, the experience part about it, because he sees the kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're a dad, so you know it. How many kids you got?
I got 3. Two of them you would say that they're my step. I don't say that they're my step kids, but I got 2 other kids. I got a daughter, I got a son, and
you
then
you father 3, but your blood is 1.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay, dope. All right. Damn, bro. All right, respect. Bless your heart, bro. That's real shit. That's real shit.
It's a tough job.
I mean, but even in that case, what'd you say?
I said it's a tough job.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine. I can only imagine. I'm not there yet. I want to get there, but I'm not there yet. But
I hear you.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I never thought I would be. Believe me, I never thought I would be.
That's real.
It's definitely a blessing.
That's real shit, bro. No, I respect the fuck out of that. Yeah, no, any father that's out there that is in their kids' lives is a fucking plus, because I feel like that's like what we need the most in this whole dynamic of man and woman. I think it's mostly on the man, bro. It's not really the female's fault too much in this game.
I agree with that.
Because we're the ones that have, like, if we're not checking other men, then we're not being actual men. Like, men are supposed to check each other. It's like a masculine dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not obviously females can check each other too. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not for one, but it is more. It's more in a man's. A man will be straight up with you and be like, "Yo, bro, you're fat as fuck today. What did you gain weight?" You know what I'm saying? Fucking
lay off the Twinkies, man.
Yeah.
Put the cake down. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
You fat bastard. Put the cake down. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, that's real though.
Yeah.
That's
how give me the cake. All right. I'm gonna
give me the
shit.
cake. Yeah.
But it is, and
this is my cheat day today.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and again, we could definitely do a round 2, pro, because we got a lot. There's a lot of shit here that we could fuck with.
There's so much, man.
I'm glad we were able to get this round in tonight, and this was really cool, because I have not even been. You pulled me out of the trenches, my guy. I've been out. I've not been on the internet in a long ass time, bro. So
that's what I'm here for, man. I'm glad I'm glad to do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect timing.
Yeah, and bro, we'll keep in touch, and we can maybe set this up for maybe next week. I'm like 90% sure. You let me know what your schedule is like.
Absolutely. We'll definitely time this, and we'll schedule this in. Before you go, let people know how they can access your music, or follow your stuff and your social medias. Let people know.
Yeah, my real Steve Grant Instagram, and not anymore TikTok, I guess. But Steve Grant really is it. That I'm sure some of your listeners are already more familiar with me a little bit. But Steve Grant YouTube, and real Steve Grant at Instagram. If you're trying to get in touch with me, probably Instagram, real Steve Grant, and you can hit me up through there.
Nice.
So bro. And again, man, I'm just like I appreciate you gave me this opportunity, because we've been on this shit, we're killing it for like 2 hours. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. And honestly, man, I appreciate your time, man, because I don't know your schedule, I don't know your life, and the background there. So, you know, I appreciate you coming on and blessing the podcast and talking with me. And this was very organic too. That's another thing too, man.
Yeah.
So it's refreshing for me because, you know, not everybody that I have come on here knows the in-depth knowledge that you were coming with and the gems that you were dropping. So it's very refreshing. I'll give a shout out to like Fake Mike Real News, my boy Will Turbot. I think he knows about you too. In fact, I think he's also someone that actually put me on to you years ago also. So he'd be a good guy for you and him to go back and forth on too. So I'll let him know. He's probably tuned in here, or he'll tune in later and watch it. Shout outs to Joshua Joseph, Dylan, Rack Baker. What was the other dude that was there? Eyes on the Audit. Shout outs to all of y'all. Shout outs to everybody that's been tuning in on the True Perspective on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok.
Damn. Man's all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to.
That's the game, though.
I'm just trying to reach to everything that I can, man. So.
And what you should do is run through this and find, do some clip farming. And
I definitely. Absolutely. There'll be some clip farms. I just actually recently started doing that too. I didn't have any clips for a long time. And I think I've been doing this podcast for maybe a year and a half, 2 years roughly. So I have a good amount of material. I just started throwing reels out and now I'm seeing like, oh, this actually kind of draws traction. So I'm going to keep doing that. Bro. So yeah. People like it, that, you know.
I remember I was going to launch a whole big thing, but I got hit with life situations, but we could probably chop up about that next round.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But yeah, bro. In that case, thanks again. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. And I'll see you on round 2, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this out with Multiverse, and then yeah, man. And you know, once again, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I love you, man.
You got it. I love you too, my guy.
Everybody else, man, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the True Perspective on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Rumble. And listen, we're gonna close it out with some Multiverse. This is Steve Grant on Multiverse, and the shit goes fire. I'm not even gonna play the intro after the outro after this because this in itself is alone fire. You got to hear this. Hold on, I got to cue this up real fast. Here we go. There we go. It's gonna be on screen. All right, Steve, I appreciate you, brother.
I pledge the demons dressed in black into the United States of America, and to the corruption from the witches' hands, run Satan, murder God, inadmissible with misery and injustice for all.
I'm worried about where I've been at. I'm more concerned. I'm worried about where my pen at. My words been at the forefront of this shit. I lurk in it, submerged myself in it and got immersed in it. Got cursed with it, saw the worst in it, went berserk with it. Then I learned from it, then I reversed the shit and emerged and returned quicker than the daughters of burnt witches. Yeah, now I'm murk with it. Welcome to the multiverse. I'm your host, Steve Grant. I expose the worst in this MK Ultra culture. Vultures lurk. Better know how to approach them or you gon' get hurt. It's a race to control the earth. Don't let your focus blur. Know your worth. Your soul is pure. My words are integers, perpendicular, purple ninjas with sickle syringes and circular scissors, hurling them into you, verbally injure you, Merlin, I wizard you, turning you into a serpent, slither, a squirming, I'm squishing you. You don't tread on me, bro, the TV you watch is hostile, The Bolshevik propaganda still got them boggled. Zionist Holocaust holds and tumbled gospels, that's a line you will never hear from Tom McDonald. These bars are awful, the sound is gruesome, I spit shit, the mouth is spewing, brownish fluid, the shit can get as bad as foul and putrid as the bow movements of a bow worshipping Talmudist, the cloud moving, same lightning bolt that travels through this body's the same one that travels around Zeus. It's godly in the zone, flowing, going at proxies. You think you saw me? Nah, fucker, you saw a copy. Killing the game since 06, 08 in your brain, like when your nose drips cocaine. Bro, spit, no shame. Oh shit, don't say it. Sandy Hook, 9/11, no kids, no plane. There ain't no stopping once you get me. I walk alone in this world, and my consciousness protects me. I'm a target and I'm threatening a monster and a blessing. Give a fuck what they think, cause my heart and mind's connected. It's a playground full of fake clowns. I don't stare shares was awarded a sign as hero. Yeah, I'm a non and earful. They don't like what I share you. That's Medea casting spells on your mind, so be careful. I'm a titan, I tear through these vibrational airs. With an overload of energy, I'm like breaking a mirror. Now put your face to the mirror. What you seen ain't clear. Do you face what you see, or do you face what's in here? Come face to face with the fears that you was never prepared for. Born out the darkness, mature to a rare form. Sharp as a surgical bear claw, turned to a werewolf, so I don't get caught by the bread and circus is fair porn. My rap style's vary and carry like mules. These humans is fools, have no clue as to what the flu is. The flow sick, spit talks, and mucus just removes it. Louis Pasteur's influence causing confusion, just ruthless. Soldier backpack, Israeli and flag patch. 6-year-old Palestinians carrying gas masks. Syrians are still getting buried in black bags. It's embarrassing Americans send prayers to hashtags. Yeah, it's the last class of craft mastery. Fuck you laughing at, you think they in the back and all black. With black magic cackling the Baphomet, you imagine things. Your imagination is a weapon to these majesties. So you don't think your freedom of speech is in danger? Apology letter written, got them reading the paper. Become a beheaded savior. Cause you can say faggot, you can say nigga, but you can't say that 3-letter J word. It's a Sabbatean Frank curse. Courtesy from the family out of Frankfurt. Libya, Obama, Rothschild put a bank first. Who you think's running around? Look at what Larry Fink's worth. Around your death clouds and Gwen Towers. Electro smell, chemtrails and lead showers. Got your head pounded for 10 hours. You bend down and you then cower. You vent loud but you can't shout. You spin round and you faint now. You gon' get found on a red ground with your neck wound. Cause you bled out and your friends bound to come send flowers. This is how a villain gets down. Lyrically feel amazed, and the flow is rage. They're looking at me, you looking at them. Just look at the pen, please. We heard the ancients, and we learned from sages. We don't write the books, nah, but we turn the pages. Yeah, I'm off the world with it. They toss some verses on top of the earth. I block the deterrents, my mind reverses it. Every thought's impervious, solid, permanent. And when it comes to all the circuses, the matrix and the media, the gossip circling. I'm just a loss for words with it. I walk with worthiness and watch for serpents that watch and observe as these dogs subservient nocturnalists. They talking murder shit, shooting like some aviators, ricocheting off the firmament. In the future, the last thing that a wise man said will be nothing, cause they want every last wise man dead. I'm here to defend, I'm not here to pretend, I'm not here to be friends, but I am here to the end. It's just that
Hey now, so what has everybody got to say now? We can no longer just look away now. How can we see the truth with our face down? These bullets fly while the kids are on the playground.
So what has everybody got to say now? We can no longer just look away now. How can we see the truth with our face down? These bullets fly while the kids are on the playground. Hey now, what has everybody got to say now? We can no longer just look away now. How can we see the truth with our face down? These bullets fly while the kids are on the playground. Let's not get lost now, the past is minus. And the more lineage goes so far back, it's timeless. Without Black's Law Dictionary, they have your mind split. Stuck on that black and white shit, stuck on those black devices. All these pretty skin colors gon' get your sight blocked. White history been blacked out, black history been whitewashed. Livestock, yeah, that's a Goyan price tag. And the LGB out here waving, they know a hot flags. Yeah, it's hard to determine to see if my heart is in service. I promise for certain I follow a purpose beyond what my worth is. You missing the message if you caught up observing the image, the digital pixelated mirage of a person. Listen, don't fear them, these cynical criminals giggling, they fucking sneering. They got you stuck in the middle of puzzles, riddles, and political buccaneering. With futuristic Enochian magic, scripted cinemagicians. What you hearing is neurolinguistic, grandiloquent, linguistic, ventriloquist puppeteering. You fuckers thought I was gone, you wrong. Save your swan songs for the pawns. Flip the chessboard, let the king fly, let the queen die on a throne. I give a fuck what you on. Don't tell me good luck with the song, I'm still a threat, ain't head that can come from my soul.
Yeah, y'all, that was Steve Grant. Make sure you follow him. YouTube, Steve Grant.
The world won't stomach your evil forever.
Sorry about that. Make sure you follow Steve Grant, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to The True Perspective on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Rumble. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.